Forrest, tell us the story about the time you saved that guy's life at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, well, I used to be a marine biologist before as a comedian, and entry-level biologist, and I think it was like 2 weeks after I got the job, we were out on a reef in Miami and scuba diving. There was a guy snorkeling that was like leading us along. It doesn't matter what we were doing biology shit. And he started floating down to the bottom. I could see him. He was sinking down to the bottom. And he had passed out, shallow water blackout. You know what that is?
Yeah, of course.
So you almost get to the surface, and then your brain shuts off because too much carbon dioxide. And then you keep breathing, but you're not breathing. You're just sucking in water, and you sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
And I pointed it out. The guy that was closer to him went down, got him off the bottom, brought him up to the surface. We're doing kind of the Heimlich to get water out, and brought him on the boat. And then the Coast Guard flew in there and took him away. He lived.
Really?
But that was like my second week of that job. It was pretty. You know, when something like that happens, you don't really, in the moment, you're like, whatever, we're just trying to keep this person
How have I
alive.
known you for 15 years and I've ever heard that story? I should ask more questions. Really.
Well, because
I have that problem with people. Because I talk so much.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. I have a commendation from the mayor of the city of Miami, and I had it framed and it was just in a closet. And it's not something you're going to put on your wall like, yeah, I saved the dude's life, you know, whatever. And then when the last house I lived in, I decided, just as a joke, I would put it like where if you were taking a shit in the guest bathroom, you put it on the wall, and so people would read it and be like, holy shit, this guy saved somebody's life. And
You have a commendation from the mayor? That's fucking insane.
Yeah, and so I did that, and I thought people would think it's funny, and then people would just come out and be like, you saved that guy's life? I'm like, yeah. You didn't think it was funny that you were taking a shit and I put that there for you to read? And then I would have to tell a story. But yeah, no, it's Martin Roach. He's alive, he had kids, he got married, everything. But
he's alive because of you.
Well, have you checked on him recently, though?
No,
COVID might have been hard on mine.
He survived COVID. But yeah, it was pretty crazy.